Welcome to NBA Pub Hub on Pub Sports Radio. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. We got our guy. It's only right. It's Tuesday. It's motherfucking Tombstone Tuesday. So we got Billy the Kid in the building. Mr. Billy Briz. How we doing, my man?
Doing good, man. Coming off a decent week, man. Rolling around Christmas time, New Year, same vibes. Let's keep on making some cash before the year's over.
Yeah, man. From the east to the west, we go straight to motherfucking La La Land. Mr. I don't give a shit. It's Derl. How we feeling, my man?
Yo, man, I'm feeling good, bruh. I'm feeling real good, Dutch. It has been a great Christmas, man. I was on location last week, just doing some good things, man. Christmas was good. Made some really good plays. Kind of been seeing the board pretty good, man. And it's just been party time, man. Party started on Monday, bruh. Got my white Hennessy. Hey, we going to work, man. Let's get to work, man. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Billy, always good to see you, brother. Dutch, always good to see you, my man. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, always a blessing to break bread with y'all. And most importantly, hit them straight over the motherfucking head. Hopefully everybody did enjoy their holiday weekend. Yesterday was a tough one for me. Took it on the chin, but we're getting right back at it. Believe that, my friends. JB Brown, I see you, my man. Slow Jams, Brian Spielberg in the motherfucking business. Twan, Juan, Mr. Win, my man. Twan, I see you, my man. Good to see you. Hopefully you enjoyed the holiday. Justin, I see you, my man. Andrew G, everyone in the chat, if you would, be sure to hit the like button. Share the video at this time. If you've not subscribed to Pub Sports Radio, well, God damn it, do it at this time as well. DK, Mr. Kelly, I see you, my man. We got a big card. You know, usually it's light as a motherfucker today, but we had to put in some work, maybe even last night type of work. Such a big card. A motherfucking 10-piece. We will eat, believe that. We're going to Orlando, Disney World, starting off with the Lakers coming into town. We got an opening line at 3, total of 236. We got 57% of the bets on the LA Lakers, 65% of the money. Obviously, Mr. Day-to-Day Davis is back, where we've seen him an awful lot on the motherfucking sidelines. So no AD, no Schroeder, excuse me. And this is, the classic little, Florida trip. They got Orlando tonight, and they're going to South Beach tomorrow night. The Magic pretty healthy right here. I've been playing some solid basketball. Billy, what we doing with this basketball game, my man?
The Lakers are 1-6 ATS last 7 games and 0-5 ATS their last 7 games overall. Magic have been rolling 10-1 ATS last 11 games overall, 6-0 ATS last 6 home games. I think the only way you can lean here is the Magic. I don't know why the public is betting the Lakers, man. Open up at 5.5 for the Magic, and people looked at that line, scratched their head, and was betting the Lakers, but I think the Magic are good money here. I think Pachera and the boys roll. Pachera over 20.5 points is -115. Lakers have been struggling on defense without AD. And Pachera should get a soft matchup here, averaging 22 points per game at home this season. I think it's Pachera and the Magic beating the Lakers here.
Yeah, man, I dig it. It's Derl going with your team. I think you like something here a little different from what we was talking here a little earlier. What you feeling about the Lakers and the Magic, my man?
You know everybody's going to jump on that over. You know this defense has been trash. You've been hearing it a lot. You know where I look at first, Dutch. You know I go from start to finish. I look at the game in the first quarter first. Lakers are actually pretty damn good in the first quarter. They're 4-1 ATS in the last 5. And personally, they've been playing some tougher matchups or harder teams rather than Orlando has. Orlando, I guess everybody's going to be a hard team because they're trash. Orlando has been covering spreads, but where I think you'll have an advantage here is the first quarter with the Lakers. You get a fresh team that can execute pretty good and play defense. The issue is as the game progresses, this team tires out. When you have Bron coming out of the game, it's a lot of time for these teams to go on these runs, catch them, and then ultimately beat them. I still can't get to Orlando. I just feel like they're too bad of a team. If this was a huge spread, it's one of those things to where maybe you would take Orlando because they do cover these spreads. You saw that specifically against Boston, where Boston had to play them back-to-back, and Boston not only didn't cover, but they lost. So I like the first quarter Lakers here. They played, I believe, their last game. They won that first quarter. I've already played Lakers money line first quarter for plus money at plus 118. That is a spot for me. How the rest of this game goes, don't think it goes too well for the Lakers. Just can't get there with Orlando. Lakers first quarter.
My man
Official
looking at the Lakers early with LBJ before he tires down. Our guy BJ can't trust either team. Well, I will tell you this, man. The Magic have covered 10 fucking basketball games in a row. I don't know how much more trust you need than that, goddamn it. They've won 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So you might have some trust issues, my bro, with the, you know what I mean? Because the Magic have been doing good things. They've been a better basketball team for goddamn near a month now.
You're right.
I think, and our guy Sam Comer, I see my man Sam. The Sharps bet, man, the Sharps always betting the motherfucking Lakers, bro. That's just what they do. Shout out to our guy Wham Bam. I see you, my man, dropping stats as well. Looking like he's liking the over an awful lot in this game. I like the Magic, man. I like everything my guy Billy said here. The Magic have been consistent of late. They've been money at the house all year against the spread as well. 12-16 at the house, 8-1 overall last 9 basketball games. And they've covered 6 in a row straight at the crib. The Lakers are suspect as fuck. Even when they had their boy AD rolling, they're 5-12 ATS on the road overall this year. So I look to fade a team on the road without their best player. I think a team that also has Miami on the on deck. We know LBJ thinking about South Beach already. He's got plans. He's got shit going with D-Wade, Gabriel. The kids are probably gonna come to town. All that shit on a weekend like this.
Banana boat and Merlot.
Yeah, man, he did not give a fuck about the Orlando Magic basketball game. I'll tell you that right now. They're having a big weekend plan with the Wades. Might even have Carmelo in the crew come through. Who fucking knows, bro? But I'll tell you this, the Magic -3, I like this looking awful lot. Like my guy Billy said, I believe it's good money, man. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you like. And I understand the love for the Lakers a little bit. I do. But I think Magic, man, they're underrated basketball team, and we are still getting super undervalued with them. So I like the 3, man. I think by 4 quarters they might run these boys out the gym. Let's get to this next basketball game. We got the motherfucking Philadelphia 76ers going to DC, Washington. We got a line of 5 down to 4.5 at some spots. 225 and open that, creeping up there. Shop around 81% of the bets on the Philadelphia 76ers. 69% of the money on the Sixers here. Are the Sixers going to show up and play basketball is the question. It's Derl. What you thinking, my man?
You know what we do here, man. You know it. You know the automatic bet you play for the Wizards, and that's the first quarter over. However, we missed that steam. Right now, this number is sitting at 58, and that's not something I can do. 76ers, as of late, have been playing some great defense. So what I fear is that, if anything, you would take that Philly first quarter spread, because Philly can clamp down on Washington and score a lot of points. They could have a 40-point quarter because Washington just allows you to have that many points. But at the same time, we've got Washington at home. 2 conflicted for me here. We saw how they were just kind of lackluster the first 3 quarters on Christmas against NY, and then NY just kind of laid an egg in that last quarter. So I really feel strong about taking that first quarter over. However, it's too many points for me at this point. The last time this number was about this high, was against the Nets, and they didn't. So if anything, I would probably at this point say, let me just take the under on the first quarter. I think the 76ers can get this done. I'm surprised it's not more points as how well their defense has been. So no play for me at all, but I might still lean first quarter over under. Just not sure if I'll get there just yet.
My man, I dig it. Billy, your boys in the town, Sixers. I know you got something for this. And take your time, my man, and touch on the chat. I'll be right back as well, my man.
Yeah, man. I expect the Sixers to continue their dominance of recent. I feel like the Wizards aren't really a team that you really want to back. 1-6 ATS their last 7 home games. Sixers have been 7-1 last 8 games overall. It's a reasonable number for a solid team streaking right now. If you're looking at the prop, shouts to Wham Bam in the chat. Wham says Bradley Beal over 22.5 points, averages 23 points versus the Sixers in his career, 29 in the first meeting, hit in the last 4 games. So it's not a bad prop at all. I definitely like the historical runs on that one.
That's good shit.
The only other prop that I was looking at, Joel Embiid over 9.5 rebounds, -158. Embiid's gone over 58% of his game so far this season. Bigs have been eating on the glass versus the Wizards, going over 10-plus rebounds in 6 straight in 9 out of 12 games in December. So I think Embiid should pick up his 15th double-double this season. So those would be the props I would be looking at in this one. Don't mind the Bradley Beal one at all. Anything here for this prop market here?
For me, I don't really get into the props. I look at you guys for the props. Ram is a prop guy. Billy, you're definitely a prop guy. But the MB does make sense. That any props against this defense for a big makes sense, right? So I wouldn't knock anybody for even taking Bill. Wouldn't knock anybody for taking a certain amount of threes for Harden. Those things just make sense against this Washington team. It just that I just feel, me personally, if you didn't get to this early enough, I think this game shot up by like 4 points, right? So if I could have had this quarter, specifically the first quarter, at like 55, 56, I would have been all over it. Now I just feel like with the number going up, and as good as Philly's defense is right now, and how good of a defense they're playing, it's just something I couldn't play altogether. But honestly, man, the way Philly handled New York, as well as their defense has been at MSG, you trying to tell me that they can't get 4.5 points on these boys? I just don't see it. So it's a no play for me, because something just seems still a little fishy about this game, if you ask me.
Any concerns about any of these teams that played on Christmas coming down here with a little bit?
That's another thing. That's another thing. I mean, that is an old tale that we've known for eons at this point, and that is these guys get up on the main stage at Christmas time, right? They get up, man. They get up. Now, they did share the limelight a little bit with it being on a Sunday and people watching football as well, because generally you're not having any football on Christmas, but Christmas fell on a Sunday this year, and that's just the way it went. These guys went hard in the paint, man. They played an early game at that. So they were the first game on the slate, I believe, right? First or second game on the
12
slate.
o'clock game.
Yes, it was an early game for them. They got in, got out. They was kind of sluggish in the beginning. You get some extra rest. You got a later game at this time. I just don't see why Philly still couldn't get it done. I think that number was 5 at that. Now it's at 4.5. It's one of those things where I just got to pass.
Yeah, I think the Sixers are going to make my card tonight. I think I'm going to roll with the Sixers. A little bit of a homer pick, but it is what it is.
A little bit, dude. A little bit of a homer pick. Come on, bro.
I was gonna say the Sixers love coming in. I see you, my man. I appreciate y'all. My fault there. Real life duty calls though. AOD, I see you, my man. We got love here. It sounds like a little bit for the Sixers. I'd only look the Sixers way, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't really think they care too much about this basketball game. But they're healthy. James is playing unbelievable basketball of late. And Embiid, man, if he's dialed in, they have absolutely nothing for this guy. So if they care, this should be a small number, but it's a big question to me if they care. So I'm off this basketball game. Let's go to Beantown. Let's go from DC to motherfucking Beantown. We got a huge line. We got 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns here. 2 touchdowns and a hooker. Rockets going into town against Boston. 229 the total here and a half. 75% of the bets we have on the Houston Rockets. 90% of the money on the Houston Rockets here. The Houston Rockets did come through yesterday. We talked about it on the show that it was a clear spot against the Bulls. They fucked around as 8.5 point dog and won the motherfucking basketball game. So it definitely was a clear spot for them. The Celtics, got back to their winning ways, had a beautiful game on Sunday. It was bleed green early and often, and then really put them away late against the Milwaukee Bucks. Getting back to what we've seen of Boston. Now, Robert Williams is questionable as they are bringing him back. It's Derl. What are we doing with this basketball game, my man?
I don't give a fucking shit about this game, dog. I don't. And this is the reason why. Because Boston played a hell of a game on Christmas, to your point, which you asked earlier. Do they really care about this game, man? That's one thing. Secondly, and most importantly, Boston tricked off double-digit spreads against Orlando and wound up losing those games. Games that you're supposed to convincingly win by a landslide, and you tricking off games, bruh. So for me, I don't give a fucking shit about this game, even though Boston should be up by 30 by half. I don't care about the game.
Yeah, I would definitely look for Boston to put these boys away, but I don't lay these type of spreads in the NBA. I'd have to find some other way to get it. Our guy LJ locking Marcus Smart assist and 2+ steals. Marcus Smart getting healthy again. Good look there, my man. Good to see LJ. Hopefully you enjoyed the holiday weekend with the fan. Much love, Star Child. I see you, my man. Billy, You like this basketball game, bro?
Nah, man. Celtics have the rest advantage, but it just feels like the Rockets could throw up some bad performances, man. It's like the Rockets, you start looking at the ATS trends, you're like, fuck it, man. Let me take the points here. Then you're the one that gets burnt by the Rockets. So back with this motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah, and I someone just said Boston -5 is a big number. You damn right. I don't. If I was taking the first quarter play, it would be Houston. It most definitely would be Houston. But I just one of these games, nah.
Yeah, I would look more first half maybe with that 5. That's a big number. Houston in the back-to-back, they could be feeling themselves early and then come back to reality. But yeah, Star Videos, you said it, man. That's a big motherfucking backwood, bro. Absolutely here. I'm on first quarter Rockets plus. So DK likes that. Right on that. Yeah,
I like that.
Does seem like an awful lot. So I guess there would be value with 5, my man. Best of luck there, DK.
You know,
hey, money.
Yeah. Jay said something very, very specific, man, because I can never catch Jay live. Jay said something very specific, and you got to listen to it because there's narratives behind what happens, even when we don't see on the court. Silas is going back to Boston for the first time. And Silas' father played for Boston. So it's one of these games to where he's probably telling these boys, to Jay's point, yo, let's get up and play. So you'll see that tenacity early, very, very early. And that's why I think Houston can cover this spread in the first quarter without a doubt.
I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah, man. Like I said yesterday, man, Houston was the clear look yesterday. It's hard for me to put my money on the Houston Rockets. I ain't going to lie to you. But if Jay's with you, I mean, you're in good company, man. Shout out to our guy, Jay Money. Hopefully you enjoy the holidays as well, my man. Go get a motherfucking T-shirt. I believe he got some sales going on over there. Support the motherfucking movement. It's us against the bookies. Our man, Jay, real motherfucker. I believe in that dude. Let's keep it moving, my man. Did you talk about this basketball game yet, Billy? You back with it, right?
Yeah, back with it.
Yeah, my phone.
Nah, you ain't on this shit, Dutch. You said that, right?
No, I ain't betting this shit. I'm not betting this game. Look, I forgot he showed the first backwood clip of the day. Yeah, it's been a long weekend, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm staying loaded. Let's get in here. I like this. No, I don't like this next basketball game. I like the one after this. We got a lot of games today, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got Atlanta Hawks versus the Indiana Pacers. Pacers got fresh off a little smack around there in New Orleans. The Hawks finally actually looked good for a chance. It took the Detroit Pistons to come to town for the Atlanta Hawks to fill themselves. We got an opening line here, -1.5. Total of 2, creeped up now to 239. 64% of the bets on the Hawks. We got 93% of the money filling the Atlanta Hawks as well. No Capella here for the Atlanta. We got DeAndre Hunter questionable. And from the Pacers side, it looks like pretty much a go. Let me know what you're feeling about this game, Daryl.
Yeah. I was trying to fill away, man, but I can't get there. I can't get there. Now, we all know what we were doing with Indy, right? We were fading them first quarter. It was instant cash to fade these motherfuckers in first quarter. Carlisle come out and starts playing his starters the full first quarter, and they start smacking motherfuckers in the first quarter. So if you're fading them, as of late, up until yesterday's New Orleans game where they put up 14 points, you were losing money, bro. You were losing money. So now the question is, you have Atlanta playing. Atlanta hasn't played since the 23rd. So does rest is rest equal to rust here? Right? Is that what we're doing? And we know how the Pacers play off of a loss. We know how they play off of a loss. So the thing is I'm not too certain if I want to bank on Atlanta covering that first quarter spread or bank on the Pacers wanting to come out with some type of tenacity and win the game. So I just think there's just too many moving parts here for me to be confident on the side. Personally, I think that the play is in the first quarter on the Pacers, but maybe down the stretch, it goes to the Hawks. Rest may not necessarily be, the rest can turn into rust here. So it's one of those things to where you've had a lot of rust or a lot of rest and one team with none. Maybe it pays off in the long run. But in the very beginning, man, I do believe the Pacers can win this first quarter. Flow of this game, Pacers first quarter, keep it close in the first half, and then the Hawks possibly pull away, but no play for me.
My man. So we got Ron Crawford, spreadsheet play of the motherfucking day. Good to see you, Ron, on the Indiana Pacers. So he's liking them full game. We got DK liking the Pacers first half. So right with you there. I believe we got a lot of love for the Pacers. Slow Jams liking the Pacers as well. Billy, you like this basketball game, my man?
Yeah, I like the Pacers in this one. I expect them to look a lot better than they did last night, man. And this should be a good bounce back spot for him. But in theory, if you like the Pacers, you got to like Halliburton. Halliburton had a really bad game last night, only 12 points and 6 assists. So we're going to go to the well here. Halliburton over 29.5 points and assists at -120 here.
I like it. Looking for Hallie to get back right where he was. I have nothing on this basketball game. I definitely do not lay points with the Hawks on the road. That's an auto no for me. Do not back Atlanta on the road. So I would only look the Pacers, and the Pacers been playing good basketball. They got some ball players on that basketball team, and they got embarrassed yesterday. They really did from start to finish against the Pelicanos. So you look for a team like that to bounce back. I'm liking what I hear on the panel and in the chat. It does seem like Indiana was a gold-blooded, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get some gold-blooded vibes going early and often there in Indiana. But let's go Toronto, man. Let's go north. Fuck it. We're gonna take the greenery, we're gonna do it all. We're going straight through customs. We got in the Clippers, man. The Clippers fresh off of a couple solid wins here. Or one win, excuse me. They did have they're in a back-to-back situation here. We got exactly 50-50 here on the bets. However, 91% of the money on the Clippers here. An opening line was at 4, has creeped up some money coming in on Toronto. 218.5 total up to 219 as well. Shopping around. I like this basketball game here. Billy, do you, my man?
I think the sharp side's the Clippers, but man, it's just like this just doesn't feel like the type of game I really want to be. This could be one of those games that like I should just roll with the sharps and just be on the right side, but it's a back one for me.
All right. Yeah.
My guy, he came with 2 backwoods. I dig it. It's Derl. What you liking here, man? You liking the clip show?
Man, fuck this game. That's all I gotta say. Just fuck this game. Like if you had to force me to play a side, I do believe it is the Clippers side here. But I'm not feeling this. I do believe the Clippers can easily get this done in the first quarter. The Clippers have a good team, y'all. They really do. It's just this injury management has just gotten out of hand, specifically with wheelchair and just kind of rotating these stars in and out. I just don't want to fucking play this game. I think you do get Kawhi here. You don't get John Wall. So you've got a deep team. You've got a good team in the Clippers. But as a Laker fan, you don't support the Clippers at all. I mean, you might be leaving money out there, but there's way too many games for me to say like, yo, I'm just going to take the Clippers here. A lot of other games I like.
Yeah, man. I feel a little different. I'm going to give y'all something about this game. I actually like this basketball game. I like it from another perspective as well. Shout out to our guy Mike M real quick, breaking the stats down. King of the pimp slap plate of the motherfucking day. I see you, my man. Ix Snizzle, Mr. Blessing, my man. Hopefully you enjoyed the holiday weekend as well. Good to see you, my man. Mr. Trifecta in the building as well, Boston. Nasty Nate. He does like Boston, though. Must believe it. All 3 motherfucking quarters or first half full game. No surprises from our guy.
Are we surprised, Dutch? Are we surprised?
No surprises from Mr. Trifecta, man. And one of the days he just say Boston full game.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, man. I like Toronto here, though. I do, man. I don't think the Clippers give a fuck about this basketball game. Don't be surprised if PG's ass sits. I mean, obviously Kawhi coming back to Toronto, he got him the ring.
Yeah, man, you sat out last night. Man, I mean, feels like Kawhi cares a little bit.
Yeah, I think Kawhi will play. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays. He said out he wants to play against his old team, whatever. With Toronto, I feel like they got a lot of guys that can actually D up. I don't think you're gonna stop Kawhi, but I think they can D his ass up. These motherfuckers, I seen a stat today. They've only played 11 games together, PG and Kawhi. My man Derl touched on it a little bit. You don't know who's gonna be, who's in the rotation. They have a very, very talented team and a well-coached team, but you don't know who the fuck's playing, who you're going to be passing the ball to. They don't know who the fuck's going to be playing basketball. John Wall will not play tonight, so somebody else will be running the show. Reggie Jackson should go. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else sits here for the Clippers, though. But I think Toronto found a little bit of their swag winning those last two games, going into Cleveland and putting it on them, and then going into New York as well. Two impressive road wins where we've seen, and those are two basketball teams that are playing at a very high level. And we've seen, Toronto play pretty shitty of late, especially on the road. So now they're coming off 3 days rest at the house where they play good basketball, facing a team on a back-to-back that has, they have Boston on deck, I believe, a very important game on deck they have. And the Clippers as a dog are 4-9 straight up this year. As the Raptors, we look on the other side, 10-6 at the house this year, 8-3 ATS against the Pacific Division last 11. Give me OG, give me Siakam, give me Van Fleet, give me the boys at the house. We the North, -3.5, -115. It's good money, man. I'm telling you, Toronto going to get the Clippers tonight. They don't give a fuck about this basketball game. Let's get to this next game, though. Where we going? Memphis, right? Motherfucking city.
Big Memphis.
Yeah, man. We got an opening line here, -8. Total of 226, creeping up a little bit here. 63% of the bets on Memphis, 77% of the money on Memphis. Phoenix has no Book, no Shamit. I believe Cameron Payne is questionable. Memphis coming in off an ass whooping here. What are we doing with this basketball game, Mr. Darryl?
Yeah, I see. This one's kind of scary for me. I think I'm going to get there with Memphis first half. I really do. I don't like what I've seen out of Memphis, to be honest with you. I don't like it at all. Ja has that infamous interview where he says he ain't scared of nobody in the West. Denver smacks the shit out of it, right? They go to Phoenix, they get it done at Phoenix, and then they play Golden State on Christmas. Ja debut his ugly ass kicks on Christmas and gets smacked up on a team that does not have Steph at all playing. So I just don't know how to gauge this team. I hope they come out a little bit, a little bit solid here, and that's why I'm more banking on they're going to come out with a better performance than what they gave on Christmas. They just got ran out the building, and this should be telling, man. These teams can play any night they want. Any night they want, they can get up, and he saw that with Golden State and kind of humbling Memphis, right? So I do believe it's a bounce back spot for him. But at the same token, man, no Book was in that game against Denver, the best team in the West, and they took that game into overtime, right? So I don't know if we can truly count out not having Book there. What does hurt is that they don't have Shamet in, so he can't get you those threes, right? So it's just, once again, I like to say too many moving parts. I don't want to play this game, but I am leaning Memphis first half at the -4.5.
Oh, man. Well, Memphis has lost 3 out of the last 4. The only game they won was against Phoenix by 25 motherfucking points.
Right.
Here, Billy.
So revenge game.
Yeah, difficult. What are we doing with this?
Yeah, I can't get that Friday. I mean, a little bit of recency bias. I get Christmas was a couple of days ago, but I can't get the Grizzlies versus the Suns in the flip spot in Phoenix, man. Primetime game. They whooped up on that ass, man. I was fucked up in the bar. I was looking at halftime. I was like, they're up by too many fucking points here. I think the Grizzlies are a team that you can usually rely on at home too. 36-14-1 ATS last 51 home games, 7-3-1 ATS last 11 games overall. Versus a team with a winning record. The Suns have really not been playing well. 2-7 ATS last 9 road games versus a team with a winning record above 600, and 2-5 ATS in the last 7 games following a loss. I kind of lean towards the Grizzlies early and often here, kind of split between here on the first half and the first quarter. First quarter is -2.5. First half is -4.5. I feel like they can cover the first half, but I think the first quarter could be easier.
I dig it, my man. Shout out to Our guy Alfonso Scott, I see my man DK coming with the stats. Sam Coleman liking that first half as well with the Grizzlies -4.5.
Salute,
Yeah, man, Adams should be able to bully around. Should be able to bully around Ayton. They really got nothing for Jackson, and with no book. I mean, come on, man. I mean, really. And Memphis did get smacked the fuck around against Golden State, so
they did, bro.
You would expect them to come out ready to rock and roll. And without Book here, does Phoenix really? But the only thing that kind of does stop me from this game is the 25-point ass whooping that Billy did touch on Friday.
Right.
But I was actually looking to maybe get back on this for Suns revenge mode here, but then you give me no Book, no bueno when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. Believe that. We got our guy LJ looking at some team total under here on the Suns. Memphis first in full game allowed at home. Nice look there from our guy LJ. But yeah, man, let's get down here. Let's go to OKC, man. We're going to Oklahoma. We got the San Antonio Spurs coming into town. -7.5 down to 7 here is the line. We got 236.5 total, creeping up a little bit. We got 55% of the bets on the San Antonio Spurs, 94% of the money on OKC. Is this a thunder spot here, Billy?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. The Spurs looked good last night, man. 4.5 underdogs won that game outright by 4 points. I mean, I lean towards the Thunder here, though. 6-2 last 8 home games, 5-2 last 7 games overall. The Spurs, second half of a back-to-back after beating the Jazz at home yesterday. Feels like kind of a letdown spot for them. They're 1-4 ATS last 5 games playing on 0 days of rest, and 1-4 ATS last 5 games overall. And historically, not a good spot for the Spurs. They're 1-5 ATS last 7 meetings overall versus the Thunder. So I lean towards the Thunder, but I ain't laying 7.5 with them.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. Shout out to Sharon, our guy Spencer in the building as well, liking the Giddy, Josh Giddy, double at the plus money. Zachary in the motherfucking building. A lot of love for Shea. And yeah, man, Shea, I would worry a little bit more. OKC putting these boys away. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like this game, but I was like 7. Where do you do that at? Where do you lay a touchdown with the Thunder? They're trying to tell you something, I think, though. But I'm right with you, Billy. I can't do it. It's Derl. You like this basketball game, my man?
Hey, man, this white Hennessy kicking in. I'm telling you right now, I don't like this fucking game at all. I don't like this game at all. Like, what is we doing? What is we doing? If you're not just taking the SGA props or whatever, then keep it moving. Me personally, I'm not betting on these two squads at all. OKC should get it done at home, but it's OKC and San Antonio. We got better games to talk about.
Absolutely. You said that white hen dog.
It's kicking in, bro. That liquid courage is like, yo, fuck this game.
Get aggressive on the mic.
Fuck this game, bro. We're not doing that today. Not today.
Real talk, man. Real talk. All right, let's get to this next one. This one you might be a little more fond of this basketball game.
Yeah, I do.
One of these teams is hard as fuck to get down though. Bipolar is a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. We're going to Dallas, man. We're going where the stars lie. All right, we're going to Dallas. We got the Knickerbockers coming to town. Check out Luka the Don. I don't know if you peeped out his outfit. I like the car a little more than the outfit. I ain't gonna lie to you that he was rocking over the weekend, but they got it done against the LA Lakers. An incredible third quarter. If you've seen that third quarter, I mean, that was video game type
Crazy.
Shit. Third quarter there by the Dallas Mavericks. 4.5 right here is the line, up to 5, 218, 219 total around here. 57% of the bets on the New York Knicks, 57% of the money on the Knicks as well. So both exact numbers there. We got Brunson, questionable here. He'll probably go against his team, though. You got to think he'd get out there and rocking and rolling, especially only dropping 13 against these boys last time they played. No DFS and no Josh Green for the Dallas Mavericks. The Knicks are looking pretty healthy. No D Rose. He's been missing. He's been MIA for a minute. But if you've seen him, off the court, he's doing big things. Shout out to D Rose. Had his baby mama,
yeah,
matching PJs,
yeah, for real,
for the holidays. Hey man,
there's levels to this shit.
I can't really fuck with you, man. That's D Rose type of shit right there. Yeah. But yeah, let's get to it, man. We got Luka the Don versus Julius Randle. Jay Brunson coming back to the house. What we doing this basketball game, Billy?
Man, Dallas plays. I mean, Dallas hasn't really been the most reliable team, but they play well against good teams. They're 5-2-1 ATS last 8 games versus teams with a winning record. Even without Dorian Finney-Smith, they've been kind of piecing up the rotation a little bit. Davis Bertans been out there shooting the 3, man. And anybody that can shoot a 3 can help Luka out there on the floor. So they haven't really been complaining. Defensively, they've been replacing it with Reggie Bullock. I mean, they've been all right, man. The betting trends, though, have me a tad bit worried. I kind of lean towards the Knicks here. They're 21-6 ATS last 27 road games, 8-3 ATS last 11 games overall. Kind of coming off of a disappointing game on Christmas. They kind of blew that one away. And they're 5-0 ATS last 5 meetings in Dallas. But, this is the one primetime lone game spot on the card. This would typically, in theory, be a Julius Randle spot, but we're going to pass on it. We're going to pass on it here. But lean towards Dallas winning this game. And prop-wise, I like RJ Barrett over 1.5 3-pointers.
Yeah.
I like it. Shout out to Stu Chaos. I see my man. Pick some Dave, leader of the Nerd Nation. Hopefully you had a good Christmas as well. Danny Lopez. I see you, my man. Everybody at this time, let's run up them likes real quick. Chip, I see you, my man. Let's run up these likes real quick. We got over 200 in here. If you would, share the video as well. Nice big card, and we're getting through a very clean. I know you like this basketball game, Derl?
Man, I'm just kind of conflicted, man. This one here's another one. It's just, if you've been betting Knicks first half, you've been making money. Lakers covered that spread. I believe they won first quarter against Dallas. So playing New York early and often is making you more money than you're losing, right? So if you look at the last game they played on the 3rd of this month, this could be a revenge game for the Knicks here, right? Dallas put up 32 points in that first quarter. They're averaging in their last 3, 26 points. So that's just one of those things to where you have the Mavs, you have Bullock, you have these guys making these threes early and often and able to run up the score. Right now, New York is averaging more points in their last 3 than Dallas. New York has good defense that they're playing. So I would lean more to New York early because it just shows, record shows that, listen, man, they're cashing these first halves. They're cashing these first quarters. Why not just jump on that train? But at the same token, there's a lot of bad blood here. That's been talked about already. We got to wait for the lineups for sure, just to make sure there ain't no trickeration going on in this club. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of moving parts here. I'll just wait to see wait for tip-off to see how this goes and then go with your gut.
My man, our guy Alfonso says the Knicks won by 40 last year in Dallas. You touched on it earlier. They did beat them earlier this year. Dallas, I believe, by 10. Jalen Brunson had 13 motherfucking points in that game. Luka did what he wanted. Tim Hardaway Jr., the old Nick as well, who has his moments, had 28 in that basketball game. Yeah, man, I could a lot of love for the under in this basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Our guy Jay Money says Brunson isn't 100%. I agree with that. And I just believe, they want to show, bro. Hey, you ain't the reason why we don't look like we looked like last year. And Luka wants to pretty much show, hey, it's different. There's levels to this shit. And Jalen Brunson, you ain't on my motherfucking level. Believe that. But I do believe, he also said, our guy Jay said DFS is big. And I agree with that. Like, I wanted to bet the Mavericks today. I've lost a lot of money on the Mavericks this year. Just keeping it real. They haven't been the team that I thought they would be. They did not have Christian Wood in that first game as well. But no DFS, man. Like, I need this team to play defense. And asking him to do that, like you touched on it, Bertans now is getting minutes. Like I'm not saying defense, bro. I'm
Take
just
the
saying,
defense off, replace it with a
Hey,
shooter.
don't hate on Bertans, man. I like Bertans.
I don't mind Bertans.
I'm
I'm just saying, like, more Bertans, less DFS. Like, that's not making me think Dallas is going to be stepping it up. It just comes down to them knocking down their perimeter shots. We know what it is with Dallas. If they knock down their perimeter shots and can contain on the board to stay with this team on the boards, it should be a layup for Dallas. But I think this number is pretty sharp, to be quite honest with you. I want to take Dallas here, but I've had too many sweats with this fucking team. They're gonna have to prove to me that they're the team they should be. Do believe this is a Dallas spot here. I do look for them to put it on Brunson and the boys, but I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. I do think it's a pretty sharp line. Let's go to Sacktown, Sacramento Proud. We got the Denver Nuggets. We got an opening line here, -4, a total of 239, down now to 3. creeped up on the total a little bit. What we got? 66% of the bets on the Denver Nuggets, 83% of the money on the Nuggets here. The Nuggets been playing a little bit better basketball. I believe won 7 of the last 8. Sacramento, everyone is pretty much healthy for the Nuggets except for Michael Porter Jr. Sacramento coming in, kind of come back to reality a little bit of late. Their big guy Sabonis, who's been a fucking prop casher, just a stud, did fuck up his thumb a little bit, is going to play through it, I believe. What we doing in this basketball game is, Derl?
Okay, so this is just a gut play here, right? Because honestly, the numbers don't back it up. Denver, number 1 in the league right now in first quarter scoring. They're at 31 points. Sacramento right now sitting in the middle of the pack, right? They're at about 28 points. Sabonis kind of iffy. Sabonis is kind of iffy.
I don't think Sabonis plays. He didn't go through the shoot around today. They said Alex Len was working with the starters. I don't think he plays.
He don't play, right? I still believe, and I've already stepped on it, that the Kings are going to win this first quarter. This is just a gut play for me. You can fade me on this all you want because the numbers don't necessarily back it up. But just looking at this game, I think once Sabonis doesn't play, and that shows because you'll get a lot of people late to the window, that this number is going to go a little bit. It's going to go a little bit more than it already has. Right now, I mean, it's already at 4. You might get to 4.5. This is a gut play for me. I've already stepped on it. I've already stepped on this play here. Sacramento, first quarter, money line at plus 110. I think this is going to be a game to where you're going to see Denver Nuggets played a heavy game on Christmas, didn't they? Right? Played a heavy game on Christmas. Overtime game at that. I just think this is a spot for Sacramento. I don't have the trends to really back it up. It's just one of those things. If you know my pin tweet, this is a marathon. Always go with your gut. This is just a gut play, man. This is just a gut play for me. Sacramento, first quarter, money line, plus 110. I've already jumped on that.
Hey, you in good company, our guy Jay. Money liking the Sacramento Kings as well, dropping a play. We appreciate you, Jay, showing like I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fucking shit what the spread is.
My man, he said, I don't give a fuck what the fucking spread is.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that, goddammit. Yeah, okay. Man. I dig it. Liking the Kings here. Sacramento proud. De'Aaron Fox better have a motherfucking game tonight. Yeah. I will say that. Billy, you like this basketball game, my man?
See, this is a tough game, man. Both of these two teams are going to be playing on a back-to-back here. Same exact matchup is tomorrow, so why not just wait and see in this one here, man? I mean, there's a lot of ways this first game can go. Some of the NBA teams always step up without their biggest player in the lineup. But is Alex Len that guy that's really going to step up? I don't know, man. I don't know. The Nuggets haven't really been reliable, though. They're on 4 ATS last 4 road games, 1-4 ATS last 5 games. So it's a hard game to cat with both of these two teams playing tomorrow. I'll probably have a play on this game tomorrow more convictively.
If Aaron Gordon is out, I'm telling y'all, that is huge. If he might be out
with the shoulder right now,
and
the
listen,
line has dropped, so
I'm telling you right now, that is a huge loss. Everybody is kind of looking over Aaron Gordon, but the dude's game has jumped up tremendously this year.
He's been the second best player on the team.
This year alone.
Don't let the dunk fool you.
It's not even the dunk, dog. Just look at his numbers from last year. And look at what he's doing this year. I think he's like the second best in the league right now with what he's looking at. If Aaron Gordon is out this game, bro, I'm telling you, that's a problem. That's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I mean, from a defensive perspective, a rebounding perspective is usually what I look at. But hey, my man been balling, bro. He fucking around hitting threes. That dunk the other night was unreal.
I never thought we would come on the NBA Pub Hub show and be an hour into it talking about Aaron Gordon's balling.
He's been balling for the Nuggets, bro.
Out of the 10 games, we on Aaron Gordon's dunk.
Man, you hating,
No, I'm saying for real. I mean, we talked about it a little bit on NBA Pod that I was high on the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon's been playing, pretty solid basketball, bro. If Murray and the rest of the motherfucking crew could step up to what he's been doing, him and Joker, then maybe I could be backing Mile High basketball a little more because they have all the talent in the world. They should definitely be playing. But yeah, man, this is a tough basketball game in my opinion. No action here for me, but I do believe the line seems pretty, it seems pretty fishy here, the line. So I would probably only look the home team as well with our guy Derl and also Jay Money. All right, last game on the card. Let's get down. Let's go to the motherfucking Bay to get paid. We got the Hornets. They're buzzing in the motherfucking town. After that beat down in P-Town last night, the full game they did. They came out and played early. They did. I'll give them that. We got a line here, 4.5. Total at 239.5, getting up there a little bit. 65% of the bets on the Golden State Warriors. However, 60% of the money on the Charlotte Hornets here. I did touch on it. They did play last night, coming into town. It's Derl. What do you like about this game, my man?
We know what we're doing here. We're fading the Hornets in the first quarter. They're the second worst team in the league, in front of the Pacers. Pacers' last 3 games, first quarter scoring 30 points. And that's after scoring 18 points in the first quarter against New Orleans. So that just goes to show you, even that low of scoring, they're still in that 30-point range. That goes to show you how that kind of tempo has changed in Indy. Can't say that for Charlotte. They're even across the board where they're still at about 26, 25 points. They're the second worst scoring team in the league when it comes to first quarter scoring. We know what we do with the Dubs when they are away, but they are about to play 7 home games. 7 home games. They just came off a really, really good high, beating up Memphis, and very uncharacteristic with all the techs. What Clay was out there doing, I think they carried that momentum. Don't know how this full game will go. Not sure, but Golden State is in your 30s in first quarter scoring. I'll do that all day. I've already stepped on it. Golden State, first quarter -1.5. You can't tell me that they can't be up a bucket on these boys, and they're the second worst scoring team in the first quarter. Now, there is, just to play the devil's advocate, ever since the Hornets head coach called them out about them just being scorers and not playing defense, they have played better defense. But you got Golden State at home, bro. You got Golden State at home, and I will take them over the second worst scoring first quarter team any day. Golden State -1.5 first quarter. I'm on it.
I dig it. I like it. I got BJ with the revenge game as well. Yeah, man. They're 10, 11-point favorites and lost outright, I believe, in Charlotte there. Billy, you like this basketball game, my man?
Yeah, man. Top prop of the day here is going to be LaMelo Ball over points, rebounds, and assists, 37.5. I don't feel like the books have caught up to where he's been playing at, man. He's been playing 36 to 37 minutes here on this road trip and averaging last 3 games, 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Boy's been putting up damn near a triple-double every game. He's been hooping. I expect him to have a little bit of hurt in his heart here, man. You know, the Warriors went inside that draft, and if shit would have went different, they could have had LaMelo Ball over James Wiseman. They picked Wiseman over Ball. You know, LaMelo's still thinking about that shit like, damn, man, I could have been with my light-skinned brothers hooping.
This guy.
It could be a little bit narrative. It could be a little bit narrative, but we're taking LaMelo Ball as the top prop of the day, and he's going to smash this Golden State Warriors team. Are they going to cover the full game? I don't know, man. Doesn't seem like the best of spots here for the Hornets, but if there is one person I think that's going to hoop in this game, it's going to be LaMelo Ball, points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah, man. The jury's still out on Wiseman, you know. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say you probably would want LaMelo over Wiseman, but I'm not that high on LaMelo fucking Ball. If LaMelo Ball was on Golden State, then I would trade his ass with the quickness. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't want that motherfucker fucking up shit. They already got Jordan Poole's ass around there. I mean, he's pretty much a poor man's LaMelo, probably even better, maybe offensively than this guy, LaMelo. I mean, come on, man. LaMelo flashy as a motherfucker. He's not a guy I want playing for my team, especially not if I'm trying to win basketball games. If I'm trying to make a highlight tape, I'll go holler at dude. But other than that, I'm not fucking with LaMelo like that. But yeah, man, I like
Poole's more available. Poole's more available, right? Like LaMelo is hurt more often than not. I mean,
you would be hurt too.
He's fragile as fuck, but Wiseman ain't that. I'm just talking about LaMelo from like what people think of him. I just don't think he's all that, in my opinion. Go ahead.
How is he not all that?
I think first of all, he don't play no defense. He's not. I mean, he passes the ball, but he's not really a team player. All he gives
like the old head, man. They don't play no defense, man. They put up
come on, man. He's like, he's a little bit taller than the rest of these soft ass motherfuckers. So I'll give him that, but he's still fragile. He's fragile. Like you put an elbow or a shoulder into that boy, and like Derl said, he's hurt. He can't stay healthy.
He got hurt twice
he's
this year off of bullshit, bro.
Fragile.
And I question his want to win basketball games. I think he wants to be an NBA basketball player. Does he want to be a winning NBA basketball player? I don't think he gives a fuck about that. I don't want guys like that playing on my team. That's just what it is.
I don't think you could question somebody's if he's a winning basketball player. Do what so much before he got to the NBA, man.
I mean, you kind of get this question off of how they act and and has he got any better since he's been in the league?
Calm down, Billy. Calm down, Billy.
Yeah, look, I'm talking about his older brother and shit, huh?
Yeah, 25, 9, and 9.
Slow down there, Turbo.
James Harden, people would be like, "Yo, we owe this boys rebounds and assists today, man. Top prop of the day." Yeah, but
I'm telling you, LaMelo nice, bro. He's gonna fill up the stat sheet, which is why you're betting his props and not betting on him to win the game. Because he's gonna fill up the stat sheet, but he ain't gonna win the fucking basketball game. I got the Warriors -4 here. I like this looking awful lot. -120. I mean, come on, man. You got these boys playing MP Town. Now they're traveling to the Bay. They still feeling themselves some partying in LA after beating the Lakers. We touched on this yesterday. They're 3-6 overall ATS last 9. 2-10 straight up last 12 basketball games. These motherfuckers are trash, the Hornets. And now you got the Warriors, who have been suspect of late pretty much all year. But at the house, I mean, they're fucking money, bro. They're 13-2 at the house, 7-2 last 9 as a favorite, 11-4 ATS overall at the house this year. Sign me the fuck up. 4 is good money. Jordan Poole's been 5 of the last 6, has got 20+. He's filling in that role real nice. Clay looked like he finding his game. This starting lineup, what they have with Kuminga, Moody off the bench, and Wiseman now getting some minutes off the bench as well. I think full game, they put it on the Warriors here. We can all cash because we got some people like in first quarters here, first halves. But I like the Warriors -4, full game, -120. Everyone in the chat, if you would, let us know what your best look of the day is. I want to know what y'all like. A big card here. We usually don't have a big card like this on Tuesday, so it was good to break bread with our guy Derl and Billy. You know, he get in his feelings about LaMelo, but it's all good. Man. It's all
calm
love.
Down, bro. Just calm down. Slow down there, Turbo. Put the throttle on, dog.
Nah, man. The Jordan Poole being better than LaMelo Ball.
I didn't say he's better than LaMelo. I say he's gonna give you what LaMelo give you. If you draft, I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason why they weren't drafting LaMelo Ball is because obviously they were higher on Wiseman than most, and they got Jordan Poole, who's literally like a fucking LaMelo Ball, in my opinion. But let's go. Let's pay the motherfucking bills, man. I'm tired of talking about that little motherfucker.
For real.
Hey, roll the clip, Vic.
Vic is like, hell no, I ain't rolling the clip.
Man, let's manscape this bitch. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's tighten it up. You don't want the clip. All right,
somebody about to get fired. Somebody about to get fired.
In Southtown.
Oh, that music is so much fucking better.
Yeah, man. They hooked it up a little bit. Last report, I see you, my man. Manscaped, man. Keep it nice and tight. It's about time for me to get right. Manscaped, no other place to do it. Better than place to do it than Manscaped. They'll shave you 20% off, I believe. It's 20% off. Use the word Puff Sports. 20% off on Manscaped. And then, of course, when it's time, if you're in the San Antonio, Texas area, Southtown 101 is the place to be. They got live karaoke, TVs all over the motherfucking wall. Great bar food, great motherfucking people hanging out there. And, of course, the king of motherfucking Puff Sports Radio, the Don of Puff Sports Radio, our guy Jeff Slaughter. You could vibe out with him, have a drink. Might even see Iceman in the back. Vic, Mr. on the ones and twos, man. It sounds like he's had a few already. You know what I mean?
For real.
So he's out there talking to the chick and shit. He's supposed to be in here running shit.
For real.
It's all good, though. Hopefully he's
still the motherfucking
deal. But if you are in the Southtown if you are in San Antonio areas, please stop into Southtown 101. Do yourself a favor. You will enjoy it. Believe it. Before we get up out of here, though, we're going to give you the best plays of the motherfucking day. My guy, Billy, what we looking at, my man?
Yeah, man, we're going to Disneyland. We're not looking to ride the rides or, go enjoy the other things. We're going to Orlando Magic basketball, and then put the smack up on the Lakers here. Give me Orlando -3. That's the play of the day. And then it wouldn't be right if it wasn't Taco Tuesday. We didn't hit you with a 3-pack of player props here. LaMelo Ball over points, rebounds, and assists. Embiid over on his rebound prop, and Halliburton points and assists. I'll put the odds up on the Twitter over at Getting Bills.
Giving you a motherfucking 4 plays there. I like it. I knew he wasn't going to get out of there without dropping LaMelo's name. Right?
I knew it. You
knew it, huh, Daryl? Hey, how we get paid, my guy? How we get paid?
One game, Brad. I'm going with my gut here. And it's one of these plays that does not make sense at all. But I'm going to go with it. Sacramento, first quarter money line at +118. That's my best bet, man. Even though there's some other plays that really numerically line up to play that I did, I'm just going with my gut here. This is a gut play. You can fade it if you want, but I do like Sacramento first quarter as the best bet of the day for me.
I dig it, man. I dig it. I am on Billy's play as well, but I like the Raptors here, man. We're going to the north, man. We're hitting through for customs, and we're getting paid. Believe it, full game. Raptors -3.5, -115. It's good money. I like this look. I got 3 to 4 plays I will have today. I will tweet them all out. Be sure to follow each and every one of us on Twitter. Y'all can check out the vibes. We tweet out all our plays at It's Derl, at Billy Briz, and, of course, at Dutch Boy Fresh. Follow all of us. Do yourselves a favor. Subscribe to Puff Sports Radio. We're doing a lot of big things this year. 2023 will be a beautiful thing. We're going to end it with a bang, and believe it, we're going to start it doing the same goddamn thing. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Daryl, I know it's a big week, man. It's Christmas. You got family in town. What's going on, my man? What we got going? I know you're going to be back. You're going to be tomorrow vibing out.
Yeah, man.
With the bag with Phuket?
Yeah, man. Join me for Long-Winded Wednesdays. Because that's a long show. A lot of games on the slate tomorrow, and we've got 6 games, I believe, on Thursday. So, we got blessed on Tuesday and Thursday with some larger slate, more opportunities to make money, man. So then after that, it's a party, bro. It is a party. I'll be in Vegas for the weekend for New Year. So yeah, it's a party.
Okay, my man. Hey, Jose's here right now. Actually reached out. Might get some dinner. I said, man, this motherfucker owes me like 4 steaks. So
I know, bro.
You better pick the steakhouse and invite me, and unless I know the steakhouse, my ass might not be showing up. But much love to Jose. Hopefully he's enjoying himself as well. Always a pleasure breaking bread with you, Daryl. I'll see you Thursday, my guy. James S. with the hashtag Free Big Happy. Yeah, man. It's tough, especially around these times when the loved ones and the family members aren't here in these times. So I appreciate that, James. Hashtag Free Big Happy, most definitely. Billy Briz, busy week going on, my man. What we got going?
Yeah, man, catch you here at NBA Pub Hub, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for this Bellator versus Ryzen card. We might not have UFC, but we still have fights to bet on this weekend, so damn fucking right we're going to get to this back.
Absolutely, man. We got a big weekend. We appreciate all the real ones holding us down. MDR24, BJ, James S., Art. I see my man Sam Coleman. Much love to you too, my man. Polo this, Polo that. DK, bet that with Jay. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, share the motherfucking video. Yo, stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.